For most of human history, we have assumed that action begins with ideas, that civilizations are built from beliefs, that religions emerge from doctrines, and that empires rise because someone first conceived a vision capable of capturing the minds of others. But what if this sequence is backwards? What if thought is not the source of action, but one of its byproducts? Before kings, gods, laws, or language, there was only movement, the primordial transition from possibility into consequence. Action came first. From this perspective, we are not minds commanding bodies, but bodies continuously translating invisible processes into physical reality. Thoughts appear as signals, actions as outputs, and between them exists an unseen architecture linking intention to behavior. Most assume this connection belongs entirely to the self, yet it can be shaped, conditioned, and rewired by culture, institutions, narratives, technologies, and other deeper forces shaping human behavior. The body becomes a vessel through which actions are expressed, while the invisible pathways connecting thought to movement remain vulnerable to forces beyond conscious awareness. What if history is not the story of ideas shaping humanity, but of hidden forces shaping the actions from which humanity emerges? For then humanity may have spent thousands of years studying the prisoners, while overlooking the prison. Now let us begin. In the worldview of the mind intruder, civilization is not governed by nations, religions, or ideologies alone. Beneath every institution operates an invisible mechanism, an invisible instrument, that moves through people like software through hardware, assigning roles, directing conflicts, and constructing realities that its participants mistake for their own choices. Nature has been demonstrating this principle all along. Behavior can be rewritten from the outside. Parasites like Toxoplasma gondii hijack the instincts of their hosts. Neurotechnologies, from deep brain stimulators to brain-computer interfaces and transcranial magnetic stimulations, can alter movement, mood, and perception by acting directly on the nervous system. So too does the mind intruder. By projecting a variant axiom role into another person, he can influence, or ultimately replace their actual command line, much as a neural link can assume control of the host to which it is connected, but with full awareness and intentionality. The faces change, but the pattern remains. The mind intruder does not conquer through force. It conquers through narrative. It manipulates identities, distributes motives, and orchestrates events until entire populations become actors performing scripts they never knowingly accepted. For example, in the mind intruder case, one can produce experiences where thoughts feel inserted, broadcast, or not fully self-generated. To the person experiencing it, it can genuinely resemble an external intelligence shaping their mind. From outside the body agent, to its followers, it is a tool. To its enemies, a weapon. To those caught between, it appears as something far more disturbing, proof that free will may be less secure than we imagine. But the true horror is not that the mind intruder exists. The horror is imagining the kind of mind that would want them to. In other words, people behind the mind intruder that have the impulse to control a body not only, but to enter a mind and call its choices your own. In conclusion, we may be able and capable to shift blame to invisible forces and imagined masters, but the true intrusion is, and always will be, the scriptwriter, the people behind the scenes, just as it has always been for any other weapon, including weapons of mass destruction.